Before this video starts, I want to go ahead and give Unitronic a big thank you. They have been an enormous help in making this span of videos, this little video series, if you will, and I have very much enjoyed working with them. If you guys have enjoyed the content, go over and support them. That helps us make videos like this, and yeah, tell them we sent you over there. So let's get started. There it goes. Today we are reviewing the Unitronic Stage 1. Let me turn the AC off so it doesn't blow out the mic. Okay, we're reviewing Stage 1 on Unitronic. And let me tell you what, I do like it. I like it a lot. First thing we are going to talk about is what's different. More so, I guess this would be more of a comparison video. As you know, or maybe you don't know, maybe you are not familiar with the channel. If you don't know, I'm Austin. This is Octane.media, and we did a review of the 034 Motorsport tune. Hell, probably a month and a half ago. Time has flown by. That's when I was in Colorado. But today is about the Unitronic tune. What's different, what I like about it, what I don't, if anything, and yeah. So the first thing we're going to start off with, price point. This is going to be a little bit more expensive of a tune and the process. You're right around, I believe it's $600 and some change. And I'll put a note up on the screen if it's different and if that includes the tuning cable. I cannot remember if it includes the cable or not, but it's a little bit more expensive than 034 Motorsport, which isn't a bad thing. Sometimes, I mean, people have to be competitive. They leave room for, you know, them to do sales, stuff like that. I would say, we'll start with the bad. Just like I did with 034 Motorsport, we'll start with the things that I don't like. One of those things is going to be not even necessarily the tune. It's really just the fact that the Unitronic cable, the Uni cable, Uniconnect, you can only use it on one vehicle. So 034 Motorsports, I have two Mk8s and I used their dongle, their little OBD connection. I used it on two different cars, and I'm not sure how many it's limited to, but so far it has worked with more than one vehicle. Whereas the Uniconnect Plus, I believe, it's only able to work with one. So once you tune one car with it, it is stuck with that car. Which, I mean, I could see it from the point of you leave it in the car and you know that that's going to work. But on the flip side of that, if you have more than one car that you're tuning, then you have to buy multiple cables in order to do that. Second thing, and probably the thing that everybody wants to know about, is the power. Because why do you tune a car? I mentioned previously you can get better gas mileage out of a tune, but I don't think that you should tune a car for that reason. The power, I wouldn't say is more or less than what I felt with 034 Motorsport. I would say the way that it comes on is very different. So I've seen people on the Mk8 pages say that they liked 034 Motorsport more because it felt more linear, and I would have to disagree with that statement. I would say that the Unitronic tune feels much more linear, and you get more modulation out of the gas pedal. It's less of an on-off switch and more of a traditional style throttle pedal, where 50% is 50% and 75 is 75, which, you know, maybe you like just hitting the gas and it being an on-off switch. I like to have a little bit more modulation in my throttle pedal and be able to control it a little bit better. But that's probably the biggest difference between the two of them. Along with that, I think personally, for a daily driver, something you want to be more comfortable, I think the Unitronic tune takes the cake on that. Because of the way that the power comes on. It's there if you want to use it and you don't accidentally step into it too early or just on accident at all, which is great. For a daily driver perspective, it's super comfortable to drive. It drives exactly like factory, and along with that, I have not gotten a underboost code like on other softwares. Once we get out of traffic here and we're on a little bit more open of a road, I'll go ahead and do a couple pulls. That way, I mean, I did pulls in the last video, not that you guys can feel it, but you can kind of get a sense maybe of how the power comes on and the differences between the two pulls. Also, I did realize that you could hear the pops in the video last time from inside the cabin. I'll still do both, that way you get a view of what it sounds like outside, say if somebody's driving by, and you get a view of what it's like inside the cabin, kind of what you're having to listen to. Keep in mind, I do have an AWE track exhaust, so it's not stock. It's got more sound to it. So if you're still on a stock exhaust setup, this will sound different. You'll still probably get more pops, but they're going to be much more audible with my current setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some light pulls just to get you guys what the pops sound like. They're not quite a bit. I would say they're noticeably less than the 034 Motorsport tune, but this one also pops in between shifts, which is kind of a nice little touch in my opinion. It just gives you one, sometimes two, just solid backfires, just enough to feel sporty. Now I'm going to shut up and let you listen to the car. So hopefully you guys could hear that. If this clips in the video, then you could. If not, then you'll never know. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go into second gear, do a rolling pull, 30 miles an hour. Hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. But the difference is it's less immediate and less like a light switch and more of a gradual power increase. It's still nice and quick and snappy, but it doesn't just all come on at once super fast. It still feels like the car is more or less working for it. Now I can't go too fast here because neighborhood, but just enough to get you guys a little bit more to cracks and popples. Popples? Crackles and pops. One other thing that I think is worth mentioning is the customer service, customer support of Unitronic and 034. They're both really good. I would say that Unitronic so far has been quicker about getting back to me only because they have a phone, where 034 Motorsports you have to contact by email, which is totally fine. It just makes fixing issues like what we experienced with Unitronic, just making sure the cable was registered to me, was really easy because they had a phone number, where if they didn't have a phone number, then I would be waiting till the next business day to try and kind of get that sorted out. All in all, both tunes are amazing products. Unitronic, I would say, if I had to pick between the two for myself, Unitronic would probably be the one I'd go to. If you are wanting something a little bit more punchy or a little bit more aggressive, I think 034 Motorsports is the perfect one for that. As far as what I've had the pleasure of using and reviewing, as a daily driver, as a commuter, and a car that I take into the mountains, the way that the power comes on works for my day-to-day life better. And like I said, I'm not saying one's faster than the other, because I don't know that that's the case. They both fill really quick. But I would say, on a personal level, taking my kid back and forth, I'm going to work, the Unitronic tune fits my style better. And that's just my honest opinion. Now everybody's gonna be different. You might like the 034 Motorsport tune better, which would be absolutely okay. But you have different tastes than I do, more than likely. And that's also okay. We're all just different individuals. If you guys haven't watched the intake video yet, you should go ahead and do that. It does sound pretty good. If you guys haven't watched the tuning video yet, go ahead and do that as well. It walks you through the process of everything you need to do. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward and to the point. And if you haven't already, we have a Unitronic intercooler install. Go ahead, watch that as well. Why not? That's a nice STI. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have any questions at all about either tunes, reach out to me, let me know, and I would love to answer them. I'd be more than happy to talk to you guys. I do my best to reply to all the comments that I get. Sometimes it takes me a day or so. I do have a full-time job and a part-time job, and I'm a dad. So I have a busy schedule, but I promise I will get back to you. Just might not be right away. Without further ado, thank you all for watching, and we will catch you next time. Peace.